We're in the Louisiana prison, in the old death row, now called the Receiving Center, with Pastor Rick and Everett, both pioneers of Malachi Dads, and it's our privilege to this morning to speak to them and to find out what happened, and maybe also just a word of encouragement for the Malachi Dads in the Chester County Prison, including the volunteers. Let's start with Pastor Ron Hicks. Maybe just in a nutshell, what happened, what did the Lord do to bring about Malachi Dads in this prison?
This the start of it. There's a guy by the name of Keith Moss, and he's pretty much the co-founder with Mr. Linden. God put a burden in his heart to help fathers that are in prison give them better tools to be a part of their children's lives and to interact with them even though they're not in the home with them, through phone calls, through writing letters on a regular basis. And when God put that burden in his heart, God was working in Mr. Linden's heart, who is in Chicago, and brought those two guys together through the Returning Heart celebration, and the rest is what we're talking about and writing about at this moment, that God began to do a work in fathers' hearts here. And we are meeting, and guys are facilitating classes. There's a curriculum that's set up to help guys understand that even though we are incarcerated, that doesn't allow us to abandon our responsibility as fathers, because every child, no matter where you are in the world, every child desires to be a part of their father's lives. And I believe that every father deep down inside desires to be a part of their children's lives, but don't really understand the mechanism between the two, that what God has really put together between that father and that child. And when that happened, he brought other people in, myself as well as Brother Effort, to be a part of helping guys throughout the prison, because he's in contact with people in the prison that I might not be in contact with, and vice versa. We bringing guys in from different backgrounds, different social, geographical places in Louisiana that's coming together, from New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, Alexandria. All these areas are coming together and understanding that, man, it's about our kids. It's about investing in our children's lives and stopping that cycle.
How important is it to bring Christ into this? What is the relationship between our faith as fathers, our walk with the Lord, and this process of trying to reconnect with our children?
Well, it's very important, because if you look at the relationship between God, Christ, and his Father, that's the example. That's the sole example for all us to follow. So how could you not want that for your kids? Once you come to that realization of the significance of that, that's when you realize that, man, I got to get this. And like Ryan was saying, when the brother Keith came up with this program, I was having those reoccurring thoughts myself, because I was, in prison. I come to prison young myself, and I'm steady watching guys keep coming to prison younger and younger, and I'm seeing guys up here with their father, and I'm like, man, this, because it's like wow me to see guys up here with their fathers, on a regular basis, and I'm like, man, what can stop this? We need something to stop this. We need to be able to try to input something in our kids' life, and I was often in contact with my son. And I was like, I need something to do more, and I need, more encouragement, and I need to try to encourage these men. And I just happened to run across the brother Keith, and I'm hearing him, he having that conversation with another brother about the whole Malachi dad. And I'm like, hold on, excuse me, brother, man, what's going on with that? And he told me and he gave me his vision, and I'm like, hey, I want into that. And we've seen it work tremendously. Only thing you have to do is take one trip to the Returning Heart celebration, and you'll see. You'll see, how important that connection is. You'll see, just to be on the bleachers when the kids come in and see the kids connect with their parents. And that day, you see the look on everybody's face. You're like, man, that's an important link. And to know that, like you said, even though I'm incarcerated, I still have to be a father to my son. I can't let my son die out there in vain, not knowing what's going on. So I gotta fight and struggle more and more and persevere and get over the obstacles more and more, for I can learn, for I can input it in him, because it's all for the glorification of God.
At the Chester County Prison, we have inmates and we have volunteers coming from the outside, and often the stress is we don't see results. Some may want to lose interest in the program, and because they don't see immediate results. Do you have, Pastor Ron, a message for the volunteers at the Chester County Prison?
Let me make sure I understand. They don't see results in
spiritual relationship between fathers and children.
I can tell you this here. I pretty much use this story in sharing with people about it. There's a guy that's incarcerated. His name is Marlon King. And he wasn't in contact with his daughter for, I'm talking about, for years, probably about 10 years. But every week he would write a letter. Every week he would write a letter over and over and over, year after year. I mean, day, weeks, months, never get a response back. And then all of a sudden, because he didn't give up, a letter came from his daughter, and God began to do a work. God was doing a work from the first time that he wrote the letter. And if he would have grown weary in his trust in God, then he would have never seen the result of it if he would just stop. So my encouragement to you, don't look from your perspective, because we don't see very far. God can see everything. He's in our past, present, and he's in our future.
That's the thing. Trust God.
Now the inmates, the volunteer, the Malachi Dad inmates at Chester County Prison, do you have a message for them?
Of course I have a message for them. Man, you have to endure whatever hardships may come before you, because you got to look at the importance of the program. It's not about you. It's about God's work. It's about saving your family. Once you recognize that, then you're going to do everything that's possible to save your family.
That's right.
Because most guys in prison feel like they'll fail their family in some kind of way. And you're looking for a way to kind of like recapture them and save them. And even if they don't know what's going on, you got to keep on moving. I know sometimes it may seem like it don't work, but that's the devil. God always works. You got to keep on keeping. You got to keep on keeping. You got to persevere. And that's my message to you guys.
And I share the same thoughts as Brother Efra shared. You know, just keep pressing, man. And he said it best. It's not about you. It's not about being selfish and thinking about what I want to do. Think about, it's time for us as fathers to start thinking about our kids. You know, think about them. Make the sacrifice for them. And when you sacrifice for them, you will see the results of your labor. It won't be in vain. That seed that you sowing in their lives, that you might not see come up yet, God is the one that gives the increase to it. You just keep on planting and watering the seed.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It was a great honor to speak to you. You mean a lot. You motivate inmates and volunteers, even in Chester County Prison. in Pennsylvania. May the Lord bless you and continue the good work that He has started in both of you.